Good afternoon, everyone. Today we shall solve the problems on the unit number 1. So we shall solve some few problems on how to find the natural frequencies and other parameters. So with regards to the basics of vibrations. So first problem, a shaft of 10 centimeter diameter and 100 centimeter long is fixed at one end and carries flywheel flywheel of mass flywheel of mass 80 kg at the other end. देखो, so what is this? Is a shaft of 10 centimeter diameter. So shaft का diameter कितना है? 10 centimeter and length is 100 centimeter, is fixed at one end and carries a flywheel of mass 80 kg at the other end. So diameter of shaft is 10 centimeter, its length is 100 centimeter, it is carries a flywheel of mass 80 kg. उसका flywheel को उस shaft को अटैच किया एंड पे. So if E is equal to, मतलब Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 6 Newton per, 2 into 10 raised to 6 kg per centimeter square. Find natural frequency of transverse vibration and longitudinal vibrations. देखो, first of all let us see the given data. Diameter 10 centimeter, so convert in terms of SI unit, it is 0.1 meter. Length is 100 centimeter, means it is 1 meter. Mass is 80 kg. Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 6 kg per centimeter square. तो इसको क्या करने का, न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर में कन्वर्ट करने का. सो kg टू न्यूटन करने गए तो सो मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 9 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 9.81. सो पर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर को मीटर स्क्वायर कन्वर्ट करने गए तो डिवाइडेड बाय 10 raised to minus 4. So if you simplify this, so we will get the 1.962 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. So this is given data, so we have converted this given data into SI units. जो भी units दिए थे तो उसको हमने SI units में convert किया. So क्या find करने का, what we need to find the natural frequency of transverse vibration and longitudinal vibration. मतलब longitudinal also transverse, longitudinal and transverse का जो vibrations है find करने के. Natural frequency for transverse vibrations, so second one is Fn for the longitudinal vibrations. So we need to find the both values. So means अभी देखो, so here we need to understand is, so here the simple shaft it is and fixed at one end and some flywheel is attached at the other end, free end. So longitudinal vibration means it is in this direction, means it is in the direction of axis of the shaft. So transverse vibration means it is in this direction. Okay, so to calculate natural frequency of transverse vibrations, first let us calculate the natural frequency of transverse vibration. So in case of lectures, earlier lectures, so I have we have seen the formula to how to find natural frequency. So that is by using deflection. So अभी देखो, so for transverse vibrations, deflection is given by देखो, in this case shaft acts as a cantilever beam with load at the free end. देखो इसमें क्या हो रहा है, so it acts as a cantilever beam with load at the free end. For this case static deflection is given by, so by considering the cantilever beam, so it is W into L cube by 3 into EI. So and here just substitute what all the values. W means it is m into g, so length is already given, e is already given, I means it is pi by 64 into dq d raised to 4. So substitute all the values, so we will get the 2.71 into 10 raised to minus 4. Delta value is 2.71 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So this is delta value, means it is static deflection. So here static deflection, once we get the static deflection value, then natural frequency for transverse vibration is given by the formula Fn is equal to 0.4985 by square root of delta. So just substituting the delta value, so we will get the natural frequency of the transverse vibrations. Fn is equal to 30.2471 Hz. So this is the natural frequency for the transverse vibrations. So next, for calculate natural frequency of longitudinal vibrations. So अभी देखो, for longitudinal vibrations deflection is given by it is deflection formula is given by the WL upon AE. WL upon AE. So it is for longitudinal vibrations, static deflection is given by WL upon AE. So W means it is m into g into L upon AE. So substitute all the values. A means it is cross sectional area, pi by 4 into d square. Pi by 4 into d means it is 0.1 square. Substitute E value. So then we get the delta. Static deflection is equal to 5.0929 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter. So again, by using the natural frequency for longitudinal vibration is also same, that is 0.4985 by square root of delta. So if you substitute value of delta, that is this value, then we will get natural frequency is equal to 698.526 Hz. So these are the values of natural frequency for transverse vibration and longitudinal vibration. Means in this way, so we can find the transverse and longitudinal vibration natural frequency for the systems. So next, second problem. So it is asked in the 2 to 3 times in the exams, that is December 11 and May 16. So here a spring mass system has spring stiffness K in Newton per meter and mass is in kg. Mass m is in kg. देखो इधर here values are not given. K is in Newton per meter and m is in terms of kg. Mass is in terms of kg. It has a natural frequency of as a 12 Hz. Okay, so इसका natural frequency कितना है 12 Hz. And extra 2 kg of mass is coupled to m and natural frequency reduces to 2 Hz. मतलब हमने मास को 2 kg से बढ़ा दिया प्लस 2 कर दिया, तो उसका नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना कम होता है 2 हर्ट्ज से कम होता है, मतलब 12 से कितना हो जाएगा 10, अगर मास को 2 kg बढ़ाए तो इसमें क्या फाइंड करने के, फाइंड के एंड एम, मतलब जो सिस्टम का जो स्टिफनेस एंड मास को फाइंड करने का. ओके, तो फर्स्ट नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी दैट इज 12 हर्ट्ज. व्हेन द मास इज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 2 kg, नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी इज 10 हर्ट्ज, मतलब 2 कम हो गया तो 12 में से, सो इट इज 10 हर्ट्ज. टू व्हाट वी नीड टू फाइंड इज के एंड एम. So these two values we need to find. देखो first is for first condition, means when the stiffness is K and mass is M. So what we know that natural frequency is given by omega by 2 pi. So if n1 is equal to omega n1 by 2 pi. So 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m. So already we know these formulas. So first natural frequency is 12, 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m. तो इसको सिंप्लीफाई किया तो सो वी गेट द, इसको क्या करने का, स्क्वायरिंग ऑन बोथ साइड्स, स्क्वायर किया तो क्या होता है, स्क्वायर रूट निकल जाता है. So if we simplify, so we will get the k value in terms of m. K is equal to 5.6848 into 10 raised to 3 meter, sorry, 10 raised to 3 m Newton per meter. So this k value is in terms of m, in terms of mass. Okay. So next for second condition, so when natural frequency is reduced by 2 hertz, जब मास 2 के से बढ़ा जाता है तो नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना हो जाता है, 10. तो अभी देखो फॉर सेकेंड कंडीशन fn2 इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा n2 बाई 2 पाई, 1 बाई 2 पाई इंटू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ k बाई, देखो सो मास इज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 2 kg. सो फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या होता है, सो इट विल बिकम 10 इक्वल टू 1 बाई 2 पाई इंटू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ, देखो k मीन्स व्हाट इट इज, ऑलरेडी वी गॉट द वैल्यू, सो इसका वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करने के इसमें. सो m नीचे क्या है, m प्लस 2. सो simplify this equation, so squaring करके by simplifying this equation by squaring on both sides, so we will get the value of the m is equal to 4.5455 kg. So mass value is 4.5455 kg. So once we get the mass m value, then we can get the value of this value of m in the equation number. So if you substitute the value of m in this equation, so we will get the value of k. So if you substitute the value of m in equation 1, so we will get the value of k. K value is 25.8402 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter. So this is the value of k. So problems are simple, so we need to understand that different formulas we can use, like frequency formula, k value, m value, that is omega f is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m, afterwards omega equal to square root of k by m. So if you know this basic formulas, so like this formula we can easily solve the problems. So next problem is simple one, it is, अभी देखो, so for this system shown in figure 1.29, k1 k2 k3, so देखो here there are more than one number of springs are used, here are more than one, k1 k2 k3, देखो इधर k1 k2 k3, so these three springs are in series. When we can say springs are in series, when they are attached to one another. अभी देखो k1 को k2 से अटैच किया है, k2 को k3 से अटैच किया, लेकिन k3 एंड k4 सो दे आर नॉट डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड, तो इसलिए हम इसको k3 एंड k4 नॉट इन सीरीज, दे आर इन पैरेलल. देखो इधर k4 एंड k5 नॉट अटैच्ड डायरेक्टली टू वन अनदर, सो इसलिए सो दिस k4 and k5, these springs are in parallel. k1 k2 and k3 they are in series. So what we need to find here is find mass m such that system has natural frequency of 10 hertz. अभी देखो इसमें क्या फाइंड करने गए, तो we need to find the value of mass such that natural frequency of the system is 10 hertz. Fn value is 10 hertz. So values of k1 k2 k3 k4 and k5 are given. So what do we know the natural frequency equation, Fn formula, Fn is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m. तो k का मतलब क्या होता है इधर, स्टिफनेस, लेकिन स्टिफनेस तो इधर देर आर मोर देन वन स्प्रिंग, 5 स्प्रिंग्स है इधर, नॉट जस्ट इट इज वन स्प्रिंग, देर आर 5 स्प्रिंग्स। तो इसलिए क्या करना पड़ता है इधर कि वी नीड टू फर्स्ट फाइंड द इक्विवेलेंट स्प्रिंग स्टिफनेस। सो हाउ टू फाइंड इक्विवेलेंट स्प्रिंग स्टिफनेस? देखो, फर्स्ट वी नीड टू फाइंड द इक्विवेलेंट स्प्रिंग स्टिफनेस ऑफ K1, K2 एंड K3। सो K1, K2 एंड K3 दे आर इन सीरीज। तो सीरीज में तो इक्विवेलेंट क्या आता है? when there is a equivalent and when the springs are in series, it is given by 1 by K equivalent is equal to 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 plus 1 by K3। तो K1, K2, K3 की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, so afterwards we get the K equivalent of 1, 2 and 3, 3 springs is 666.6667 न्यूटन पर मीटर। ये हो गया फर्स्ट 3 स्प्रिंग्स का इक्विवेलेंट। सो नेक्स्ट सिमिलरली K4 and K5 are in parallel, they are in parallel, तो इसलिए उसका इक्विवेलेंट क्या मिल, सो इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ स्प्रिंग इज गिवन बाय simply just addition, because in case of parallel, so equivalent is given by just simply addition, that is 400 plus 500, it is 1000 न्यूटन पर मीटर। तो अभी क्या हो गया, सो 1 2 3 के इक्विवेलेंट प्लस 4 5 के इक्विवेलेंट। अभी देखो, समझो कि एक स्प्रिंग है, एक स्प्रिंग है, मतलब these two equivalent springs are in parallel, not in series, because so this spring and this spring not directly attached, they are attached to mass, इसलिए they are in parallel। तो इसलिए so equivalent of this equivalent spring stiffness of 1 2 3 equivalent and 4 5 equivalent is given by, that is simply equivalent K1 to 1 2 3 plus equivalent of 4 and 5, that is, so this value plus this value, that is 666.67 plus 1000, so equivalent total spring stiffness of the system is given by 1666.6667 न्यूटन पर मीटर। ये हो गया इक्विवेलेंट स्प्रिंग स्टिफनेस का of the equivalent spring stiffness of the system, so it is equal to 1666.667 Newton per meter। So now we can easily, अभी देखो with figure it is explained here, so equivalent of 1 2 3 and equivalent of 4 5, so एक है हो गया, so it is again become parallel, both are parallel, so इसको equivalent is again given by, so what we are calculated earlier। So now natural frequency is given by 1 by 2 pi into square root of K by M। K by M means K means it is K equivalent, so substituting the value of K equivalent, so frequency is already given in the problem, it is 10, only unknown is M, value of mass, so just simplify this equation, so we get the mass is equal to 0.4221 kg, so M is equal to how much it is, 4221 kg, so this is the mass used in this particular problem। okay, so next important problem, so in this problem, so अभी जो आपने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया अर्लियर, so they are without damping, undamped system। So now to next problem, in this problem we shall see how to solve problems where there is a damping factors। A vibrating system is defined as the following parameters: M is equal to 3 kg, K equal to, देखो what is given in the problem is M is equal to 3 kg, K is 100 Newton per meter, C means क्या है इधर, damping value, that is 3 Newton second per meter, so unit of damping is Newton second per meter। Determine damping factor, damping factor means it is damping ratio। Second, natural frequency of the damped vibration, देखो ओमेगा n means it is natural frequency, omega suffix d, small d means it is डैम्प्ड नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी, दोनों में फर्क है. व्हेन देयर इज अ डैम्पिंग सो इट इज कॉल्ड द डैम्प्ड नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी, अदरवाइज सिंपली वी कैन से इट इज डैम्प्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी. Natural frequency of damped vibration, C logarithmic decrement. Fourth, ratio of two successive amplitudes. Fifth is number of cycles after which original amplitude is reduced to 20%. Okay, so let us see one by one. Okay, so what is given here is m is equal to 3 kg, k is equal to 100 Newton per meter, and c is 3 Newton second per meter. What we need to find is zeta, damping factor, omega suffix d, damped natural frequency, or we can say natural frequency of damped vibration. Third, logarithmic decrement, that is delta. Fourth, ratio of two successive amplitudes, मतलब x1 by x2 और x2 by x3 और x3 by x4, मतलब ratio of two successive amplitudes. And fifth one is n, means number of cycles after which original amplitude reduced to 20%. Okay, first देखो damping factor. So if you want to find the damping factor, so देखो जीटा का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, C by Cc. C means it is damping whatever the provided in the system. Cc means क्या है, critical damping. So मतलब so to avoid the vibrations, so just minimum requirement of the damping is called critical damping. Cc का वैल्यू क्या है, given by 2 into square root of k into m. So C value is already given, so you just substitute these values, so we will get the zeta, that is damping factor or damping ratio. It is 0.0866, so it is unitless because it is ratio, damping ratio, so it is unitless, 0.0866. So next is calculate the natural frequency of damped vibration. अभी देखो, we know the value of omega, formula of omega n. Omega n is given by square root of k by m. K value given in this problem and m value is also given in the problem. Substitute here, so we get the 5.7735 radian per second. देखो damped natural frequency omega d is given by omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. So just remember this formula. Damped natural frequency is given by omega n is equal to omega d is equal to omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. So zeta means it is damping ratio. So just we calculated. So substitute this value zeta, omega n is this value. So we get the omega d is equal to 5.7518 radian per second. देखो ये हो गए डैम्प्ड नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी इन टर्म्स ऑफ रेडियन पर सेकंड. अगर इसको हर्ज में कन्वर्ट करने के तो कैलकुलेट करने के तो एफ सफिक्स डी इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा डी बाई 2 पाई. अगर एफ एन का फॉर्मूला क्या है, ओमेगा एन बाई 2 पाई. एफ डी मीन्स इट इज ओमेगा डी बाई 2 पाई. सो जस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट द ओमेगा डी वैल्यू, सो वी गेट द एफ डी इज इक्वल टू 0.91454 हर्ज. सो ये हो गया, this is natural frequency of damped vibration. Next is logarithmic decrement. So already, so I have given this formula, that is delta is equal to 2 pi zeta by square root of 1 minus zeta square. 2 pi zeta means it is damping ratio, so you just substitute the damping ratio, so which we have calculated earlier in this problem. So we get the logarithmic decrement. It is given by 0.5461. देखो this is also unitless. Okay, ये हो गया, this is logarithmic decrement. Okay, so next is calculate the ratio of two successive amplitudes of vibrating system. Successive amplitudes means it is x1 by x2 or x2 by x3 or x3 by x4 so on. अभी देखो logarithmic decrement का formula क्या, what formula is given by, देखो this is general formula 1 by n minus 1 into log to base e means it is natural log of x1 by xn. So x1 by xn means it is nth amplitude, n minus 1. अगर देखो हमने x1 एंड x2 को कंसिडर किया, फर्स्ट एम्पलीट्यूड एंड सेकेंड एम्पलीट्यूड, सो n के वैल्यू क्या हो जाता है 2, इट विल बिकम 2, इसलिए 1 बाय 2 माइनस 1 इंटू लॉग ऑफ x1 बाय x2. तो इसको सिंप्लीफाई करो. सो डेल्टा का नेचुरल लॉगरिथमिक डिक्रीमेंट ऑलरेडी वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड. सो व्हाट वी गेट इज वी गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x1 बाय x2, मतलब रेशियो ऑफ टू सक्सेसिव एम्पलीट्यूड्स. इसको क्या करने का, एंटी लॉग लेने का दोनों साइड, तो यू विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x1 बाय x2. इट इज इक्वल टू 1.7265. So it is also unitless because it is ratio of two successive amplitudes. So next is, last one is calculate the number of cycles after which original amplitude is reduced to 20%. मतलब देखो पहले फर्स्ट एम्पलीट्यूड समझो, सपोज समझो कि 10 है. सो आफ्टर हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ साइकिल्स ओरिजिनल एम्पलीट्यूड reduced to 20%, मतलब 10 मीटर एम्पलीट्यूड है तो कितना हो गया 2 मीटर, मतलब पहले से कंपेयर किया तो 20% ट्यूब बच गए हो. ओके, सो मतलब x1 बाय xn इज इक्वल टू 1 बाय 0.2, मतलब पहले एम्पलीट्यूड है 1, सो nth एम्पलीट्यूड कितना होता है 0.2, मतलब उसका 20%. सो इसका रेशियो कितना हो जाता है, इट इज 5, मतलब so x1 by xn, so nth amplitude is given by 5, its ratio is given by 5. So we know that logarithmic decrement formula 1 by n minus 1 into natural log of x1 by xn. देखो इधर we need to find the value of n. क्यों? After how many number of cycles, so original amplitude will become 20% of the original value. Okay, so x1 by xn is 5, so only unknown is n here, so we just simplify this, so we will get the n is equal to 3.94. so it is number of cycles means it should be whole number, so that's why it is 4. So after 4 number of cycles, we can say that after 4 number of cycles, so amplitude will becomes 20% of the original amplitude. So these are the problems on the unit number 1. So you just practice it. So if you have any doubt, so you are most welcome. Thank you all. See you in the next lecture.